Hey everybody, welcome to this training where we are going to go through how to set up an integration between your Clickfunnels landing page and your lead magnet with your third-party email provider. So it's very likely that you're using an email marketing platform such as MailChimp or Constant Contact or ActiveCampaign. What you're going to see in this video that it's very easy to connect your existing email provider with ClickFunnels, because essentially what we're looking to do here is when somebody opts in and gives us their contact information for your lead magnet, we need their contact information to go somewhere. So if you're not using Actionetics through ClickFunnels and you're using a third-party email provider, we need to connect those two systems so that when anybody opts in, it goes into your email provider, and then that's going to set off the automated emails for the next several days that need to get sent. Um, After speaking with a lot of folks, I also understand that you might be using email broadcast through maybe your school-specific software, meaning RenWeb or Blackbaud or maybe some of the others that are out there. There may be a way to connect the two. I obviously haven't had a chance to test that out for myself. I'm really only familiar with the more popular, more out in the public email marketing platforms, not necessarily the school-specific ones. So the Active Campaigns and the MailChimps, the ones that are more popular companies out there. That's where a lot of very common integration has already been created. So if you're using RenWeb, if you're using Blackbaud or any of the others to do some of your email broadcasts, I don't want to say right now that it can't be done, but I would highly recommend anyway that you get proper email automation software. Again, ClickFunnels has their own with Actionetics. Um, from a price point, if that's not in your budget, the $297 for Actionetics, getting a standalone email platform is going to be able to accomplish, from an email perspective, what we're looking to do. And if you're, all their price points are based upon number of subscribers. And if you have 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, your monthly fee will be roughly around $15, $20, $25 a month. So I would highly recommend that you look into one of those platforms. My recommendation is ActiveCampaign. I've used it in the past. I've used a lot of others in the past, and I found that has the most features, the most bang for the buck, and ease of use, um, to utilize in what we're trying to accomplish here. So with that being said, let's go in and start getting set up for the integration. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use one of my Active Campaign accounts. This is what I'm working with. I'm actually using this for a client of mine that has a local tutoring company where I help them with some of the lead generation building funnels. And so we have an Active Campaign set up here. The first thing that you need to do is set up a list. We need to set up, when people opt in for your lead magnet, where are they going to go? So before we set up an integration, we actually need to set up the list ahead of time. So even if you're not using ActiveCampaign, any email platform has the ability to create lists. So this obviously looks very familiar if you're using ActiveCampaign, but if you're not, go find your lists, click on list, and as you can see here in a second, I've already created a lead magnet 19 questions list. Okay, so when everybody opts in, they're all going to go into this list for right now. And the other thing that you're going to do is look for what's called your API key. And so for ActiveCampaign users, we're going to go into settings and we're going to go into developer. Now, if you're not using ActiveCampaign, every one of those other email platforms has an API key. They're all meant to be built into websites because that's where people are filling out forms. So look in your documentation, look for API keys. It'll tell you exactly where you need to go. So again, for ActiveCampaign, we're going to settings, developer, and API access. The URL and the key are the two things that we're going to need. So I'm just going to leave this open. We're going to have to come back to this. And now I want to go into ClickFunnels, and we're going to do this in real time together. The first thing that you want to do is hover over your icon in the top right here, go to integrations. and we're going to add a new integration. And so for me, you can see Active Campaign here is already set up. If you're using Constant Contact, you choose that. If you're using GetResponse or HubSpot or MailChimp, whatever it might be, a lot of these are just pure email providers. So choose yours and click Integrate. So I'm going to click Active Campaign. And so integration nickname, let's just pick a username. So this is going to be for, demo school integration. So here's where we want API key. So I'm going to grab the key here, copy it, paste it, and then I also need the API URL. Copy it from Active Campaign, put it in here, add integration, and there we go, success. So I have integrated Active Campaign. So now what we need to do is go back to our funnel. So go into your lead magnet funnel. We're going to actually edit the page. So now what we're going to be doing is that form that we have in that pop-up, we now need to connect that to your email provider. So you want to go first to integrations. As you can see here, there's nothing set up. So we need to select an integration. And you can see here, whatever you have integrated, you have an option to choose. So we're going to click that demo school integration. Action, we're going to add to a list. And this is where you have to pick your list now. So this is why it's important that you set your list up first. So my list is the lead magnet 19 questions. As you can see here, we're connected. So we're good to go. And I think that is going to be it. So what you want to do then is likely give it a test. So you just want to come in here and save it. And let's go exit. Let's open up our website. And again, hopefully by now you have your subdomain set up for your landing pages. If not, make sure you go back to that video and get your subdomain set up. So let's put in a different email. Send me the guide. So it might take 30 seconds, it might take a minute, but now that contact, that clint.losh@isminc.com will now go into that 19 questions lead magnet list that I created in Active Campaign. So you should be able to get this set up very quick and right away. We're going to get a little advanced here moving forward, where we're going to be setting tags, and we're going to have other questions such as what grade are you entering, what are your interests, so that when they go into our list, we can then start segmenting out and communicate to those different groups of people slightly different. How you're going to communicate to someone in the lower school versus upper school is likely going to be different in terms of letting them know what they need to know from a content standpoint. So we're going to get to that point, but right now I just want to get you set up, get you integrated, get this going, and that is really the quickest way. It should really only take you a few minutes. I'm not sure if that contact is in our list yet, but let's see. So it looks like we have 2 contacts already. So there you go. So you can see that I just signed up with this email, clint.losh@isminc.com. You can see I've tested it a couple times, but here we are. So you can see now that it is in that list. So you want to do that test. You want to make sure that you set up a test contact. You just go in there, fill it out yourself, and make sure you get put into this list and that everything is working the way it should be. So obviously it's working properly. So the next step now is we're going to need to start setting up the automation. So after somebody opts in, we now need to start delivering them their emails. First, we need to deliver them the welcome email with their download, and then we need to send emails over the next couple days. So I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to show you how to take your emails and put them into an automation sequence based off of this list. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.